are the original junglies from 19 Wadia, yeah, sir. Can't get to call them lock up. Freedom, gangster. And more original than this.
Yo, 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 what's going on? Say Yons, it's your boy Jon Johnson coming straight out of KingSlayer Gaming. I'm with one of the special, most important and special people to me, just in general, just because I've been able to watch her climb all the way throughout IZW, Wrestle Drag here and left. Let's talk about it, baby. I'm talking about the daughter of the Scream Queen, Daphne, baby. I'm talking the one and only Jamie Senegal, baby. What's good, dog?
Hi, that was the coolest intro I've ever gotten in my entire life. You killed that.
I appreciate it, bro. But for one off, Jamie, we got to be real. People out there, they've been under a rock, baby. Let them know. Who are you and what is it that you do?
I'll let you know right now. I am the first ever openly trans woman to ever wrestle for Impact Wrestling and for the NWA.
Ooh.
And also, like you said, the daughter of the Scream Queen, Daphne, which is the coolest part out of all that, personally.
Come on.
Yeah,
come on.
That's
we got to be real.
That's my mama. But I've been wrestling for almost 10 years now, and I just get after it when I can, when I want to, and with who I want to.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on. Get in the comments. Yo,
yeah.
Real talk. I want to make sure we talk about it because we just said openly trans. All right. Yeah. So what is that like being with the boys, right? In the locker room and things like that? Like, because in my eyes, pro wrestling is back 50 years behind, you know what I mean? So how is that being that strong in that locker room? Do you get it from moms? What's up?
Well, mom was a very, 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 very strong woman, but all those boys love me.
Ooh, okay.
No, they love me, but honestly, it's kind of weird because like I was a boy for the first half of my career and I got to experience that, like what it was like being a male in wrestling. And then through transitioning, it has been crazy. And there's a lot of different things just being a female in the industry that I experience now. But for the most part, everyone's been so awesome. And I love getting to wrestle everybody, and it's so different now. And also I experience crowds differently too. Cause like crowds used to look at me as an underdog in general, but like they still do, but like differently now. Like it's like they look at me as the female underdog, and it's crazy. I've wrestled in front of some of the like craziest like hodunk crowds, and they still are like, love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, now I want to be honest with you. I can see the experience with you going from crowd to crowd, because you see, you know, some wrestlers out there, you know, they do the generic, yo, what's up, cool, everybody get it.
Yeah.
You talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
You get with the crowd.
Yeah.
I remember I was at the IZW match when you were going up against Bren, and it was like last month, baby. You straight up, the crowd was not into it. You stopped.
Yeah.
You backed up into the corner and you said, look, I'm not going to start until y'all get energy.
Right.
Until we get it live in here. That's when I put on the show. How is it that you had to get that confidence to go out and just take over the crowd like that?
To be honest, it was the most nerve-wracking thing ever. I give full credit to CZW because that's one of the places I trained at. And I worked their student show called Dojo Wars for around like a year. And when you were there, it was the roughest crowd to get over with, is the CZW crowd. And we weren't allowed to come out to entrance music. They forced us to come out in pure silence and get over the hard way. And because of that, there's sometimes where that kind of like still sticks with me. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to come out to music today. I just want people to hear the sound of my voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, that's for real. That's taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It really is, because for me, that's just got to be just mind blowing to even have that type of confidence. Like, I just want to let you know you are an incredibly strong person.
Oh,
my God, I can't. I'm just gonna let you know. I real recognize real, and when I can't do something, I gotta let that person know I admire you for what you're doing. Straight up, 100%. So while we talking about the incredible career that is Jamie, can we just take a little side mission? I want to talk about video games, okay?
Yes,
This is a gaming channel,
yes,
all right?
Absolutely.
Even if you don't have time in between busting open heads and doing your thing in the gym, get your clanging and banging, I just want to know, do you got time to be on the joysticks with your boy?
I absolutely do. Oh, I've been a PlayStation girl my whole life.
Okay.
My whole life. And right now, I always, we have a PlayStation 5 at the house.
Okay.
And my favorite games of all time are Uncharted. I love Uncharted. I love like the Arkham series. I love the Spider-Man games are crazy. I've been really into that kind of stuff lately. But to be honest, my whole life I was always like Crash Bandicoot, Tag Team Racing, stuff like that. Sly, Gun, Test Drive. Yeah, I love all that.
God,
Vice City Forever.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you know we finna get a new GTA, baby.
Yeah,
They finally.
Hopefully. Yeah, we're waiting.
Yo,
you know what it is.
I mean, I'm just for real. I'm just want to be honest with you.
Yeah.
As we do talk about it, and you are obviously you're a gamer. We here with it. We messing with it. We don't really get a lot of that out here. You know, it's funny. Professional wrestling and gaming fans, y'all be 1-1.
Yeah.
But for professional wrestlers, it really, I guess, depends on the level as far as like where you are, maybe in age, maybe in as far as like your upbringing, things like that. Because no wrestler I've met hates games.
No, they're all
it's just a certain time period in which they got to play them and things like that. But you new baby.
Oh,
you out here, you be in the grind, and I appreciate that. Yo, for real.
And the thing I've always noticed is like in my time around, like meeting all the boys, no matter what companies they're in, they love games.
Ooh.
I know some of the boys, they'll take their PlayStations. They have like these packs, and they'll put them in the packs with the little screen and take them on their flights and stuff.
Dude, that is what it's about, baby. Keeping it real out here with the gaming joint. Yo, that's what it's about.
I love it. I love that. I love playing the WWE games. I have so many like feds and all these creative people. One time, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I be making the craziest people.
Yo.
One time I took JoJo Offerman, the announcer, and I made her 6'2" and 235 pounds, and I changed her name to Samoan JoJo and made her Samoa Joe's daughter. Yeah. And she was undefeated. Yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah. I want to play through that storyline now. I want that written, and I need the Bray Wyatt tribute one to be able to do that with JoJo. I want to do that. Yeah. That is amazing.
Exactly. That's that.
Yo, so let's get into wrestling just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just because we want to bring it back just a smidgen. We talked about SmackDown versus Raw. We talked about a couple of different other gaming.
Yeah.
Where is it that you found that inspiration? And I know we probably know where the inspiration came as far as wrestling is. Yeah. But as far as the way that you carry yourself in the ring, because I'm gonna be honest, it's night and day from the Scream Queen Daphne. You know, just as far as like the way you present, the pink, the sexiness. Where did you get this from? Is it a mixture of both worlds? What's good?
So the first wrestler I ever discovered was Ashley Massaro.
Ooh, rest in peace, baby.
So I try to do as much as I can to pay homage to her and do that. And to be honest, most of my career, I was on the dark side. I was always I always wear Black Hawk Shadow. I'm literally wearing Black Hawk Shadow right now. But I was always wearing like really dark stuff. And I just tried to tap into this new side of me because I grew up loving like Rock of Love and all that stuff and those girls. And I was like, well, I'm always going to be an all girl. I'm always going to be a punk rock bitch. Sorry.
No, ain't no come on.
How do I take that and make it like different? How do I take Ashley Massaro but then make it drunk and crazy? Rock of Love. So that's the answer there. Daisy of Love, Rock of Love. That's where I'm getting all that inspiration from.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. And I just want to know, as you do go and you see your name on a card, right? And you see you're going to be fighting man, you're going to be fighting woman. It don't matter to you. You're going to be in a tag team joint, things like that. Being a transitional wrestler, well, not transitional, right? You're not transitional. She's a trans wrestler. Get it right. That's a different word entirely. Being a trans wrestler, is it a little easier for you to make money? Because you can wrestle everybody? Like, I'm just curious. Like, what's up?
And I prefer to wrestle everybody. Honestly, like, I love that. I love being able to use the shock factor of what is. I personally don't know what I look like to other people. I don't really think it's my business, like my other people's opinions of me. But I know what I look like to me. And I know that whatever I look like, whether I'm facing a man or a woman, that it's crazy and people love that. And also, I really, like you said earlier, I talk to the crowd and stuff like that. I make that because I like making money. I like my fans. One of the people who raised me in the industry was Sue Young. And she has the craziest, most amazing fan base. And I would book these shows because I also run shows. And people, we would be in like the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and people would drive like 8 hours to come see her wrestle, like multiple people, not even just like one car.
Sure.
And I was just like, wow. And they would come with like gifts and like all these amazing things, and they felt like part of her family, and she would be so great to them. I always wanted that. So that's kind of why I am the way I am with that stuff, is I just want my fans to feel important. And it's why, like, not to put over my merch right now, but I made this little hoodie. And it has, this is my little elbow tattoos I have. And then on the back here, I have a little tramp stamp. That is my real tramp stamp. Because I want my fans to know that they're a part of what it is. Like, that's that. Y'all can wear my skin. I love you.
Yo, that's for real and genuine. You know what I mean? I love that.
Yeah.
I love everything about that. And this looks so warm.
Oh
my
it's
gosh.
so nice.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's I have another one, and I want to sell them, but also like I'm working on it. I may or may not have LLC'd a clothing line last year.
Ooh,
so
okay. Yo, intelligence personified, baby.
Yeah.
Inside and outside the ring. Look at it.
It takes a really, really, really smart girl to play a dumb blonde.
Ooh, I love it. Yo, keeping it real with it. Making sure they know. Hey, because at the end of the day, not everything is what it appears, right?
Yeah.
And when you come out here to the ring, they just be like, oh, okay, yeah, you're just going to do the thing. And then you just put it down.
Yeah.
Like every single thing you do, the mannerisms, the way that you put your motion and everything and anything you do, like that is, it feels real. Yeah. It really does.
Thank you.
Feel
That's
real.
awesome.
Absolutely.
That means so much. I really adopted trying to get even the way I ask for a mic, if it's like this.
Yo.
Everything. Because Melina is another person who took me under her wing. And she has every motion she does down. If you watch, even the way, like if she's in a tag match, she gets through the bottom rope. She doesn't do that like other people.
Sure.
She does it differently. So I just kind of like watching that kind of was like, wow, you can literally take every single aspect of wrestling and make it your own. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And I hope it's landing. I feel like it is, but
absolutely. Yes, just to be honest with you, I'm speaking to this from a fan. I probably need to start spamming, but I need to ask more questions. But at the end of the day, I am a genuine fan of yours, and I love every single time you come out. I'm just like, oh yeah, we here, we finna get it down, because we know at that point, if the crowd hasn't been touched yet, come on. Come on, it's about to happen. Yeah. It's about to happen. Yeah. So can we talk just a little bit? I just got 2 more questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to know, as far as your in-ring style, where do you really get that from? Like, how do you train to do the things that you do? Is there certain exercises that you have to do? Is there certain drills that only you know you can do? Like, how do you be doing it out there? Because you be moving, girl.
It's, to be honest, I do a lot of Zumba. Yo. I love Zumba, and I feel like that's good for my joints. I used to be a cheerleader. I was a diver. I was a gymnast. And I can do some really crazy flip stuff. I can do like corkscrew moonsaults and stuff like that. I just don't, I don't want to die. It could happen, but in some instances it will happen. There's been matches where people can see me pull out stuff like that. But I really try to do like high intensity, like Zumba and stuff like that. That's like really like, I try to put it in my head that like I'm cheering at a game right now and I'm going ham and I gotta keep going. And then from there also, I love doing training. I've always been more of a lucha based wrestler, but I'm forcing myself to learn more strikes and get a little more like technical. And that just gets me really hype and excited. So my intensity just shoots to the moon. And I feel bad sometimes because
I do feel bad for the opponents, but they signed it. They signed the contract.
They knew what it was. They knew exactly what that was.
Come on.
Sorry.
No, come on, man. Never apologize for being you. Never apologize.
I wrestled one of my homies, Jon Johnson, last weekend in North Carolina, and I've known him as long as I've been wrestling, and we wrestled so many times, and I smoked him with a back kick, and I was like, I'm so sorry, and he said, girl, I know what it is, and I was like,
I feel it. Yo, hey, sometimes you just gotta let it out like that. It just be like that.
Yeah,
I feel it. Yo, so I just have another question. This might be one of the most important questions we have to talk about. Tell me, what does it mean to you to wrestle with the moniker, the daughter of the Scream Queen? Talk to me. Oh, what's up?
It's the craziest thing. Sometimes when I was doing it in the beginning, I think a lot of people thought I was like phoning that in. But I have a video on my Instagram of Daff. It was when I went into NWA Empower, and it was on God TV, and Mickie James told Daff that I was going to be on there, and Daff just started sobbing her eyes out and crying and was like, my daughter, like that, like, and she just loves me so much. And like having that makes me feel so good because people don't question it. And then it's genuinely like people can see that I'm still paying homage to her, how close we were. I love that. I try to carry her everywhere with me. I think about her every single time I wrestle because everything I do is homage to somebody. So this is homage to one of the girls. But then in my entrance after I do that, I do this because that's what she used to do. But I found a way to make it a little more me. And my little rolling into the scream, everything I can do to pay homage her. Tonight I hit a spin kick that she passed down to me. It's called the Hosaka kick. It was originally Malaya Hosaka's, and Malaya passed it to her, and then she passed it to me. That stuff's very important to me. Keeping my vets alive, especially if they're not. And then also being able to have the respect of somebody giving me their moves rather than just taking them. That stuff is very big to me. I was trained old school. So being able to know that she passed me down that title, that she calls me her daughter, means so much to me because it's authentic. And because I have so much love for her and vice versa, how much she loved me. I just, every single time I go out, I think about her. And I have the craziest story. I wrestled, it was a week after she passed away. And I was so anxious going into the match because it just, it was just not a mentally well time. Mm-hmm. And I had my kick pads up because I always would do that walking around backstage so they don't get dirty. And I was like praying to her and I was like, hey, like, please just get me through this match safely. This match is for you, blah, 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 blah. And I came out to her theme song and I did her entrance. And then when I was done, I realized that my kick pads were still up. And I always felt like that was a little sign from her because she always puts them down in her matches.
Wow.
And I've never forgotten that in my life.
Yo. Oh,
yeah.
that hit the feels. It really did. That felt good to be a part of. I'm just going to let you know. Yo, I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before we do bounce, because my girl's out here taking over the world, she's got to go back flying across the mountain and just pick somebody else up. Real talk, I just want to know, is there anything else that you'd love to tell out to the fans that are watching you? Are they're trans trying to get into wrestling, or if they don't even know what wrestle drag is, or they didn't even know trans could actually even wrestle in general, because that's not something that's really talked about out in the mainstream. You know what I'm talking about? What you got to say?
Don't ever take no for an answer. The amount of no's, the amount of slurs I've been called, the amount of times I've been told I couldn't be on a show because of who I was, none of that's worth it. And then I proved them all wrong by being the first. And guess what? The first opened doors, but now there's time for history to be made. And history is going to be made, so make your history. Ooh. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, I know that was just me saying stuff, but for real, it's not going to be easy. It never is, but I love seeing where we're at now, where it's like people can, whoever they are, do what they want to do. Because it was crazy when I started. It wasn't like that. To be an openly queer person, we were like one of 6 in mainstream indie at that time. Like I was one of 6, and then like the other 6 people, just seeing where we're at now, we have that list of 500, 200, whatever that was. Like it's crazy. Gosh. I just have so much faith for where we're going, and just kill it and literally don't take no for an answer. And if people don't understand, fight them with, here's my best word of advice. If people don't understand, if people want to be haters, if people want to, let's say, obnoxious things to you while you're wrestling, let the company handle that. Don't get involved, because for one thing, every time I ever wrestled and there are people who say things, they always leave after my match being like, wow, that was really good. And then they go home with a different perspective. So if you can try to pull back from that and teach with love and kindness and understand that not everybody's going to understand, that will be your biggest payoff of that.
Ooh, oh, that felt great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad we get to leave on something you said rather than what I said. I love that. Yo, it's been for real. Make sure, hey, can we know about Instagram? It's been here, but some people don't like to actually read. Can you just verbalize it for them,
absolutely.
Let them know?
All my social media across the board is it's Jamie, Jamie WTF.
Let's go. Let's go. And she meant WTF. Look at it. Yeah. Look at it right there.
Yeah.
That wasn't a question. Yeah. It was not a question.
No, it was a statement.
Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, for real, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much.
Yes, thank you.
In the comment section below, make sure you ask your questions to Jamie. That way she can get in touch with you, keep in touch with the fan base. Subscribe if you are new. We do pro wrestling content here on the regular, as well as gaming content. And also hit up the like, baby. That's what it's all about. Until next time, it has been the one and only daughter of the Scream Queen Daphne. I'm talking the one and only trendsetter trailblazer personified Jamie Senegal, baby. Hey, until next time, you know what it is.